Picture an assembly line where workers flawlessly sort shapes, and another where they strictly process lines. They work at lightning speed, but a heavy brick wall separates them. They operate on entirely isolated tracks. For decades, this is exactly how we built artificial intelligence. We engineered highly optimized engines dedicated to mastering a single sense at a time. We created vision models like ResNet that became incredibly precise at parsing grids of pixels, and language models like BERT that achieved massive scale in predicting text tokens. But treating sight and language as totally independent tracks creates a strict ceiling on comprehension. The real world doesn't happen in isolated data streams. Take a standard internet meme. When you feed this into a disconnected system, the resulting analysis crashes. The vision algorithm correctly identifies the pixels forming a cat and a table, but it has no capacity to process the text layered over the image. It just sees obstructed pixels. The text algorithm extracts the exact string of words, but without the visual context of the cat's expression, the literal words carry no humor or sarcasm. To move past simple classification and build systems capable of actual reasoning, we have to engineer a bridge across these domains. We have to force them out of their parallel silos and project their separate inputs into a single, mathematically unified semantic space. The immediate problem is structural. A grid of RGB pixels, a fluctuating audio waveform, and discrete text tokens share zero mathematical properties. You cannot simply add a pixel to a word. Specialized encoders ingest raw data, acting as translators. They project data into uniform, high-dimensional feature vectors, routing them to a shared latent embedding space. Here, meaning is dictated by geometry. Vectors for a cat's pixels and the text feline fly and snap closely together. Distance equals difference. The closer 2 points are in this space, the more semantically similar they are in the model's logic, regardless of what original format they started in. It assumes audio and video data are perfectly tightly coupled at the exact same granularity, which is almost never true. On the opposite end is late fusion. Here, the merge happens at the very last step. The vision and text networks do complex processing entirely isolated from one another. They make separate predictions, and you simply average the results. This method is incredibly robust because it leans on the proven strength of those highly optimized, independent models we built decades ago. The problem is the timing. Because the models don't communicate during the actual feature extraction phase, they completely miss the subtle, intricate cross-modal interactions that define complex meaning. So early concatenation is too blunt, and delayed averaging happens too late. Neither architecture is capable of the deep, reciprocal reasoning required to parse things like a sarcastic comment or a nuanced medical scan. The definitive architectural solution lies right in the middle, intermediate fusion. Instead of merging at the very beginning or the very end, the modalities intertwine deep within the active layers of the shared latent space. The mathematical engine driving this is cross-attention. Look closely. The visual vector doesn't just sit there. It constantly evaluates surrounding linguistic data, recalculating its position. Simultaneously, the text vector receives a reciprocal pulse, adjusting its alignment based on the image. Architectures like the CLIP model rely heavily on this dynamic. The components actively read and react to one another continuously during computation. We call this bidirectional representation enrichment. The image refines the text, and the text refines the image, layer by layer. By allowing these inputs to inform each other during the processing phase, the system evolves from a collection of isolated calculators into a jointly informed intelligent network. When we apply this architecture to real-world data, disparate streams of information suddenly weave together into a single unified core. You can see this vividly in generative tasks like image captioning. Feed the system a photograph of a dog fetching a ball. The image is projected into the shared latent space, emitting a radial pulse to locate precise textual nodes matching those visual features. It extracts them into a sequence, mathematically linking words to pixels. The mechanics are even more demanding in complex analytical tasks like visual question answering. Simultaneously, input an image of a dog and the query, "What color is the collar?" The model uses cross-attention to isolate the visual features of the dog's neck, weighs that against the text tokens querying color, pinpointing the intersection to generate the correct answer. A pure vision model wouldn't understand the question. A pure language model wouldn't see the picture. But by fusing the data streams dynamically, the AI uses the textual context to parse and resolve the visual ambiguity. This mechanism is rapidly scaling into high-stakes environments, particularly the medical sector. Advanced diagnostic models now process MRI scans, alongside clinical patient history and the audio waveforms of doctor-patient interviews, in a single processing layer. Cross-attention weaves these three distinct modalities together, cross-referencing visual anomalies with verbal symptoms to produce a holistic diagnostic node. This fused triad is far more accurate than having three separate algorithms: analyze the scan, process the chart, and the audio in isolation. The path forward replaces the pursuit of single sense mastery with a model of integrated comprehension. This mathematical synthesis of independent senses creates a universal framework of meaning, building the foundation for AI that operates at a human level of complexity.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to become an alchemist.